Everyone, so welcome back to my channel Ministry of DevOps.com, and today I will continue over with the next episode where we showcase the remaining part of the Canary implementation using Istio, and we will complete the two of the remaining tasks from the traffic management topic, which is request routing, and the next one is traffic shifting, right? So uh, in the last episode we left uh, where we have a product page application, the book info application deployed, book info sample application deployed, and if we click uh, multiple times, then we will see that okay, sometimes we see the review of the book in the black color, sometimes in the red color, and sometimes we don't see the review at all. So this is with respect to the this is how the information is flowing, that the request is coming from the product page. If it's come to V2, it calls the rating service V1. If the stars are looking like black, they belongs to review service V3. In turn, they call again the rating service. If we don't see any reviews, then probably we are the request is going to the V1, and the details is anyway showing. So this is where we left in the previous episode. So now we will start with the request routing thing. And in this request routing thing, we will learn couple of things. That the first thing, that what are the destination rules and how to apply them, and what's the purpose of the destination rules, and second thing, we will apply the routing rules to the virtual services to point to all traffic to the V1 versions of services. So we will so yeah, let's start with the to apply the default destination rules. So if I open the default destination rules, so these are the default destination rules. uh, so let me see. So what are the destinations rules? So these are the destinations rules. So what it says, that so destination rule is a kind of CRDs which is applied to each of the services which is running in the Istio namespace, which is product page, review, ratings, and the details. And what the destination rule consists of? It consists of, it is the this destination rules is also known as the subset rules, and it consists of all the versions of services which are available in that particular namespace. So for the product page, we have V1 version available. For the reviews, we have V1, V2, V3, three versions are available. For the destination rules, we have only V1 available as of now, but yeah, in the future exercises we will use V2 and these some backend services as well. And in the for the destination rules for the detail service, we have two versions available, V1 and V2, and of course we are only using V1 V1 service as of now in this demo, right? So let's start and apply the destination rules. So if I go here and apply the destination rules, and remember we have to apply this on the this namespace. So our destination rules are applied, right? So once the destination rules are applied, we have to apply these virtual services rule. So let's apply these virtual service rule uh, in with this namespace, and then see what are these virtual service all v1. It's networking virtual service all v1. So if we go to the virtual service all v1 manifest, we will see that virtual service is a crds which is used to define routes to the services. So in this case what we have done is all the routes points to the v1 service of each of the microservice, right? So ratings, details, reviews, or the product page, the new rules which we have defined, all the traffic will go to the v1 service. So what will happen eventually, that if we, after applying these rules, that all the service should point to the v1, right? No traffic is going to the v2, right? So here you see that it is coming, it is v1 v1, right? So you can see the now you can see the reflected graph, right? That product page, it is going to the uh, review service and the detail service, no rating service, because the rating service is visible only from the reviews v2 and v3, right? So that's how the traffic is reflected now, which is very much evident from the Kiali, right? And that's the advantage. If we go to here, if we go here, then how many number, it doesn't matter how many number of times we hit this product page, it will not show us the review star ratings for the book. So that means, which shows that that all the traffic is going to the uh, reviews v1 service, right? So that marks the uh, end uh, for this request routing page. There is a one example for also that route based on user identity, where what happens is, if we can also uh, route our traffic in a way based on based on the user, where a particular the another section which is still remaining is route based on user identity, where what happens is that we can change the route configuration so that all the traffic from a specific user is routed to a specific service version, right? So what's the purpose of using this is that, if suppose we have a set of users or a set of specific users where and to whom we want to show a particular version of our service, then it is also possible using the request routing, right? So to do that, what we need to do is we need to apply this manifest. So let's first apply this manifest and then have a look uh, uh, how it impacts and what is being there in this virtual service reviews test v2. So this is the one, right? So if we see this virtual service, so what will happen is, for the review service, which, and what is review service, which give the star, right? We have three versions of review service, and one first version doesn't give any stars rating, the second or the third version give the stars rating in colors, right? So what will happen is, the http header is matched if a user JSON is logged in, then we show the v2 service, otherwise we show the v1 service, right? So right now what has happened is, uh, it remains the same way, that the Kali remains the same way, because that's how the traffic is showing. But for the user, right, from the user perspective, what has changed, that this is all showing v1, right? Now if I'm logged in as a JSON user, right, how many times I click as a JSON user, I will always get the v2 service, right? This is the, which is a star rating in black color, right? So this is how the traffic the request routing works. And so, and this marks the end of this tutorial. Let's start with the next one, traffic routing, where we will do the actual Canary thing, and divert the percentage of traffic between the different version of services, right? So we start here. We have already applied the default destination rules. We have we already have the to route all traffic of v1 version of service. We already did that last time. Uh, uh, time and in the book info, it's this is because you configured Istio to route all the traffic of the review service to the v1. So I will sign out with the JSON user, and I will see that then only the v1 traffic is getting visible here, right? So moving back to the traffic routing, now we have to transfer the 50% of the traffic from reviews v1 to v3. Then we will use this manifest, and we will apply this manifest with the virtual service, and now we will go and see that what's the change does it bring. 50 v3, right? So what it has done is that for the review service, what is happening is uh, what the under the route section there are two destinations, right? That the v1, the 50% traffic, the weight v1 goes to the v1 service, and weight v2 go to the v3 service. So this is what we have done. Now the same should be reflected here as well, that if you see that one click, the red one is visible, and the other one, the no ratings, is visible, right? And even if we see on the Khiali that 50% traffic is going to the v1, 50% is traffic of the reviews is going to the v1, and the 50% is going to the v3, right? So now if we now so what's the Canary deployment is, suppose for example, if v1 is your older service, or your older code, right, and v3 is your updated code, right? So what you have done is that, okay, you have tested that 50% of the traffic is you diverted 50% of the traffic onto the v3, or the latest version of your microservice, and you tested that, okay, this microservice is working fine. Now the next step is to divert the 100% traffic uh, to this new microservice, or the new version, or new release of the microservice. So what you need to do is apply the 100% traffic, divert the 100% traffic uh, to the v3. Now if you go and see the respective manifest, the v3, that only the one rule is mentioned here, that the host reviews and the subset v3. So it's only need to go to the subset v3. This subset v3 we have defined already in the destination rules, right? So if we go here and we just wait for a couple of minutes, and we refresh here, then you will see that it's always now will give the red stars, which belongs to the v3 service, right? So now the 100% traffic is going here, and you can see that the 100% traffic is going on to the v3, right? So this is how the Istio traffic management or Istio Canary deployment works. So in this two episodes, we have seen that what is Istio, how we can leverage Istio, and take the complexity of few of the features like circuit breakers or timeout, the complexity of development of those features from the developers, and implement it through the Istio. One of the major difference between the of implementing Istio is that if we are using within the Kubernetes, each node have a queue proxy, while in the Istio we have an envoy proxy, right? So what happens, on each node we run a queue proxy, and when we implement the Istio, all the communications from the through the API server is and through the control plane which talks to the API server, that happens through the envoy proxy. So that means when we implement Istio, envoy proxy bypasses the queue proxy, right? So that is one of the major difference when we start using the Istio. So with that, I will just stop here, and will give my audience and some time to understand and to go through my both the episodes for the initial session of the Istio service mesh, which implements the traffic routing and the Canary deployment please and please let me know for your suggestions, improvement, since these are my very initial chapters. So I hope that you must be having some feedback for me. Sorry. And if you like the content, please subscribe to my channel, and please don't hesitate away, and just give your suggestions. Thanks, and have a nice day, and have a nice time ahead. Thank you.